big supporter of this bill, Democratic Congresswoman Maxine of California. She joins us right now from Capitol Hill. Congresswoman, always good seeing you.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Let me ask you, ma'am, assuming this passes and by the hefty amount that Peter was talking about in Washington and others seem to concur, goes back to you guys. What do you do?
Well, it's going to come back, and just as you discussed earlier, the calls are coming in, but they're changing. And I do believe that that 50-50 count is about correct. We do have a lot of people who are now understanding that this is not simply about Wall Street. This is indeed about the Main Street everybody is referring to, and that people are concerned about their 401ks, their pension plans, the small businesses who can't get loans. People understand now the connection between the credit crunch and what is happening on Wall Street. So I expect that there are some members who will change their vote. I don't know how many, but I do expect in the final analysis the bill will pass.
All right. Now, the way I understand it, Congresswoman, whatever comes out of the Senate is kind of what you guys do. You can't add on, yes. You can't decorate, you can't do anything. So it's yay or nay on whatever these guys give you, right?
That is what is being discussed. That would be the easy way to do it. This is not a bill that is conferenceable. This is a bill that should be, and I guess there may be an agreement, that it will be taken as it is and that we will pass the bill. They put all of our provisions in this bill, and so hopefully, and you know, I guess it will happen, that this bill will pass without any more additions from this side.
All right, the additions might not be in this package, Congresswoman, but I'm told that a number of members, and including yourself, are eager to do a separate measure that would have a lot of the provisions I know that are near and dear to you. I know you had been championing mortgage relief to those who are late or at the risk of losing their homes on mortgages. Where does that stand? Where do you stand?
No, I don't know of any discussion about trying to pass another piece of legislation. Loan modification is in this bill. When it left the House, even though it did not pass, all of the provisions that we had in the bill that would make it possible not only for the government, when it buys up this toxic paper, to be in control of it, to be able to mark down the principal, to be able to mark down the interest, that's already in the bill. We have good loan modification.
You might be right, ma'am, and I just want to be clear here. I was reading through these stack of documents here.
Yes.
And that's why I'm tired. It's a long night. It could be a very long night for me, so this could be like Jerry Lewis at the end of the telethon. Having said that, one of the things I understand the Senate wants to do is clarify and toughen that language, because the way it left the House was it was kind of open-ended, that if anyone has a government-backed mortgage, you can kind of go back to your lender and renegotiate. They want to fine-tune that to say, no, not quite. What do you say?
Well, right now, we encourage people to go back to their lenders. Many lenders are doing loan modification, not enough and not fast enough. When we're in control of the paper, we will be able to do loan modifications.
I see.
And we have other language in there that would incentivize servicers to do more loan modifications.
You know, one of the things that comes up with something like this, and I talk to a lot of conservatives, a lot of liberals, Congresswomen, and a big fear is that with the best of intentions, and Washington always has the best of intentions, but we end up paying dearly for those intentions, and the fear is here, we're going to pay a bundle for these good intentions, and that the prospect of let me just ask you, the $700 billion that we're committing to this, and the idea that the taxpayers will ever get that money back is ridiculous. What do you say?
Well, I'm not sure it is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I went back and I looked at what we had done with the RTC, and we made most of our money back. I do believe that we can make a lot of this money back, if not even earn a bigger profit on it, because we will have in control all of these assets. Many of them will appreciate. The market will turn, it will get better, and then it will be worth more. And then we can disperse of it, we can sell it, and we can earn money on it. So I'm perfectly supportive of the idea that you've got to manage this, you've got to manage it properly, and you've got to manage it with an eye of making money for the taxpayers and not costing the taxpayers.
Let me ask you finally, ma'am, I've heard that a lot of Democratic lawmakers were surprised at the vitriolic responses they got after the Monday sell-off, having assumed that Wall Street really was a bastion of just rich fat cats. And it turns out that it's a bastion of a lot of average folks, and that you, not you specifically, ma'am, didn't appreciate the magnitude of that. What do you think?
No, that's not true. Don't forget, I'm a progressive. I'm one of those who have always been about trying to make sure there's equality in this democracy and that the rich guys and the fat cats don't just run over the little people. Fortunately, I serve on the Financial Services Committee, and I've learned a lot, not only about Wall Street, not only about the subprime mess and the meltdown, but I know the connection between what is happening now and the little people and those people with 401ks, those people whose pensions are tied up in all of this. And so I have the responsibility of, yes, railing against Wall Street, telling what I think about them, but at the same time helping to save the little people and the working people and the small businesses and the small and regional banks.
All right. Now, I understand you're going to be glued to Fox Business Network for the vote count and tally, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. All right, Congresswoman, always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.